Hello. Hi guys, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about why it's becoming increasingly difficult rather to connect with other humans. And the reason we're going to be talking about this is because what happens is as you begin your evolution, okay, as you begin resurrecting your ability to live consciously, because that's really, how humans were created, right? We were created to have full awareness of who we are, why we're here, what we're meant to be doing with our life, which is exploring our potential. And typically it's in alignment with a very specific aspect of existence, because you were created within with a very specific reason. Okay, so we're not going to get too deep into that side today, but what I want you to understand is, because of this, you're going to have certain things you're drawn to. Okay, and it's natural to have those knowings and feelings and instincts that drive you to feel inspired, to feel connected. But here's the thing. Right now, most of the things you're going to feel connected to are not humans. And I want you to feel okay with that. It doesn't mean all of your relationships are ending, your friendships, your family, your partner. Um, it means that we're all growing, right? Because we talked a little bit last week about this new phase, this new evolution that humanity is going through, right? We have never experienced this before. And that's important to remember. In the existence of the universe itself, this experience you are living right now has never been experienced before. It's important to remember that. So there is no, manual that you can look up and say, oh, give me some ideas on how to deal with this. There's also no other beings who have gone through this. It's really important to understand that not only is there no guide, but there is a vision. Okay. And that's what the creator wants to share with you today is he has a vision for where we're going and what we're doing. It's not him saying, this is what we're doing, and you need to all take these exact steps to do what I say. That's not how this universe was created. Again, you were created with, you know, your own natural tendencies, right? You have your own things that make you excited and happy. And that's how it's supposed to be. You know, we've been trained by the education system to think we all need to learn the same way. We all need to enjoy the same things, and we need to enjoy them in the same way. That's not how it works. You know, existence was created to consistently allow us to experience and push the boundaries and do new things. You know, that means that humans thrive when we're trying new things. We thrive. But I want to ask you, you know, have you allowed yourself to become fearful of trying new things? Because if you have, that is a really strong indication that your mind is living inside of the illusion. Okay. When you have fear, anxiety, worry, right? Strategic or specifically around trying new things, right? It's this, I want to know the outcome. If you have any inclination to always want to know the outcome, you're not following your natural state of being. Human souls are meant to explore. You're meant to explore your potential. What does that mean? That means you can do absolutely anything. Anything. There are no rules. And this is what we're coming back to. It's also why, as you start to learn, it becomes challenging to connect with other humans. Why is that? Because when we're in a state of change, okay, you don't know what the outcome for yourself is going to be. You don't know how you're going to feel on the other side. And what happens is we live in a world that says you need to give people answers. You need to tell them how you feel and what the outcome is going to be so that everybody is okay. And what happens is it creates power struggles. Um, it creates a lack of pure communication. And if you want to understand, how to restore purity, purity is a reflection of truth. It's the ability it's the ability to let go of all the human, the mental perspectives of life and live aligned with your soul, right? That's purity. And the truth is allowing yourself to hmm, to feel the awareness of the universe in each moment. Okay? Both of them are fundamentally different experiences. But this is what we're restoring right now. This is what humanity is working towards. And what you're being called to do is not need to prove yourself to other people, not need to explain yourself to other people. Okay. Because what happens is when you go into that place where you need to explain or prove yourself to others, you stop your growth. You stop exploring. You stop playing, which is exactly what you were created to do. And we live in a world where we've been trained to justify our movements and our actions and our choices so that we're constantly explaining ourselves to other people. Why? Because it will inhibit your natural tendency, your natural ability to explore your own potential. So, what I'm going to encourage you to do, and what the creator wants you to know is, he's saying, allow yourself to explore. And when someone questions your authority on who you are and what you're doing, offer them the awareness that you're exploring your potential and you don't know how it's going to work out yet. But because this person is close to you, because I love you, because you're part of my future, you're going to be the first one to know when I figure it out. So you're letting them into your journey without needing to carry their burdens and fears. And that's really important right now. That's what we need to do, right? So, a lot of people in the old school um, approach to personal development is they would say, these are boundaries. We don't want boundaries. Boundaries are limits, and we don't want to set limits. We don't want to even put the intention of limits out into the universe. What we want to do is embody the energy of 2024, which is purity. And purity is what allows you to expand your awareness, and it is what creates communication that will allow you to fulfill your reason for existing. Remember, God did not create you, God, the creator, whoever, he didn't create you to be a little, it's almost like he's showing me, the way he's showing me is a military personnel who answers orders and who listens to orders. That's not what we're doing here. You're created to explore your potential. You're not meant to listen to anyone. You're encoded, literally encoded within your soul, right? Energy. It's in you, and you have direct access to everything in the universe. You're coded to have access to everything you need, and your one and only mission is to explore your potential. Okay? Because you have these 9 fundamental energies that the entire universe is based on, and that every single human was created with. So we've got love, compassion, respect, truth, joy, purity, movement, balance, and illumination. I wrote about them in my book, Believe. This is what it looks like. It's super pretty. But the thing is you have access to all of those. And there's the reason the creator encoded those 9 energies inside of every single human in existence, okay, is so that you would know who you are, you would understand your reason for existence, you would understand how to connect and communicate with other humans, with other universal beings, you would understand how to extract universal awareness for the purpose of your creation. Remember, that is to explore your own potential. You're literally here to play. Okay. So, what we're doing right now is we're setting this new foundation. And inside this foundation, your entire mission is to learn and remember who you are, discover what you're capable of, and play. Because when you push those boundaries, when you try new things, when you go outside of your comfort zone, you're contributing to evolution, right? When you do new things that humans have never done before. Okay. So this is not, I love when you see ads for technology. It's revolutionary. It's not revolutionary. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Okay. It's Technology is not revolutionary. Humanity and humans are revolutionary. Okay. Our potential is immense, but you have to remember that you have it and you have to allow yourself to feel into it. It's brilliant. That's what you're here to do. So, less worrying about connecting with those around you in the sense of it's a knowing, right? You're not leaving these relationships behind. You're leaving the parts of you that have forgotten who you are, that have been taught to ignore your instincts, that you've been taught to fear existence itself and all the things that we're meant to experience that will bring us joy. Those are the parts of you that you're letting go of, that you're leaving behind. And today, what you want to be doing is allowing yourself to explore more and fear less. And how that looks in your relationships is, for the relationships that are coming with you on your journey, the ones who, they matter. They matter and you love them deeply. Let them know you're in this process of change. You're trying new things. You don't know what it's going to look like, but you know you need to try because it's a calling inside of you. And if you don't, you'll regret it. Explain it to those you love in that way and let them know you don't know all the details of how it's supposed to look and what you're meant to be doing specifically, but you know that you have to create change. And you're allowing for that space to happen and you're choosing to participate. And when you start communicating in that way where you're sharing truth without justifying who you are and how you feel and why you're doing something, you're going to find that it creates more movement and ease in the relationships around you. Okay. It's when we need to prove and justify our actions that we create blocks in energy, right? Blocks in awareness. So what happens is, when you carry someone else's fear, energetically, fear is not a universal vibration, right? And so it's very heavy, it's very dense, but it also has it's like a frenetic energy. It's not a calm, it's not a flowing, right? Like you can have excited energy, it's still calm and flowing, and it's universal, joy and excitement. But fear is it's bred. It doesn't exist from creation itself. It's bred. It was created through minds of those who were strategically trying to manipulate. And as we allow ourselves to climb out of these pits of fear, really, like that's how I see it, is if you imagine fear like a well. Okay. And inside of a well, it's just bricks, right? There's no footholds, there's no little ledges where you can sort of climb out. You're literally scaling a completely flat wall, but you're doing it. And what it's really cool because if you don't know, I mean, I've been studying universal awareness and truth and all of these aspects of existence directly from universal beings for almost 20 years now. So I don't learn from humans. I have to be honest, I have no interest in learning from humans and their minds. I want to learn directly from universal beings who created humanity, the ones who created existence, because it's not just the creator, right? He created other creators in his universe so it could fulfill his vision, because his vision is so full and dynamic and it's beautiful, and it's important to understand that these are just little bits. These are just little windows, right? That we talk about every Tuesday here. But what he wants you to understand is as far as the bigger vision goes, you're an integral part, and you remembering who you are is the first step in resurrecting your ability to contribute to universal evolution, but also to your own personal evolution, right? And that's what we're doing. Communication is vital to that, but it's the communication that you have with yourself that is the most important. So, you know, what you want to be doing right now this week is allowing yourself to create room in your relationships where you can share truth and you're not using justification, you're not you're not using judgment, which we've talked about before, but judgment's going to sneak in, and it's it's not about freaking out when you notice that it's snuck in. Don't judge yourself, because that's just a waste of time. What you want to be doing is noticing it and then stop what you're doing, walk away. And if you're in the middle of a conversation with someone, just go, you know what, I'm going to say something that I don't actually mean, so I'm going to stop talking right now and just walk away. Okay, it's creating a space for you to evolve, for you to feel, period, but to feel the things that you need to feel in order to move beyond them, right? Because this fear that they were showing me, right, this well, what's really cool is fear is not a universal energy. So if for one moment of existence itself, if every single human on the planet was not in or focused on fear, it would cease to exist, which is really cool when you think about it. So there's 9 fundamental energies and then one energy that was created to allow for transformation once the creator recognized that we needed to come back, right? So that was trust. Again, all of that information is in Believe if you're interested in that story of your own creation and your own gifts and powers and abilities. But it's really important to understand that fear and judgment and jealousy, and there's so many of them, they're not universal. So anything that is not those 9 is not universal. And if you don't focus on it, it will not grow in your life. It only grows or exists if you choose to allow yourself to participate with that energy. It's why so much of the work that I've done is about allowing yourself to remember who you are, right? That's the whole point. The creator wants you to remember you, to have faith in you, right? It's not about having faith in the creator, it's about having faith in yourself. It's about knowing yourself. That's funny. So, what you want to do this week is just create that space. Allow yourself to communicate through truth and purity. Communicate truth always, guys. Truth is not brutal, it's not harmful, right? I mean, how many of us are so uncomfortable hearing truth because we've been trained that way? Don't do that. Truth is always going to set you free, because on the other side of the discomfort is the freedom. So allow yourself to relax into it. But right now, We're going to get to the truth. We're going to get to all those things. They're coming, right? I mean, we've been seeing it more and more and more the last, what, 5, 6 years, 7 years, really, and more intensely than before. But right now, what you want to be doing is allowing yourself to grow, allowing yourself to participate in your own evolution. Allowing yourself. Allowing is a massively important universal intention. I allow myself to participate in my own evolution. Just saying that out loud is massive. If you guys are looking for a sacred prayer, I've been practicing a sacred prayer and it is in alignment with universal awareness. The creator gave this to me about 15, 16 years ago. I've been using it ever since. You can get a free copy of it. It's on the website at michellevickers.com. You can download it. It's an audio training and it will give you all the details. It's really cool. If you want more participation, you want to join a community, we actually start our 2024 season tomorrow night. And it's the Authentic Human Collective. And this is where if you write your sacred prayer, if you become a member, I will go in, I will look through it, I will help you create a sacred prayer that is reflective of your soul and your reason for being in this universe. Okay. It completely transformed my life in ways that I can't even understand. Still to this day, things just happen. They happen quickly. They happen, and it's not manifestation. This is universal intention. This is where we're aligning. And universal intention is coming back to your roots, who you as a human soul in this universe were created to be. That's where we're going. Okay. If that's of interest to you, fantastic. If not, that's great. I will see you here every Tuesday because, well, I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you trusting me with this time and with this part of your journey. And again, let me know in the questions below where you are, what's of interest to you, so that we can talk about them coming up. So excited. Oh, yeah, it's going to be so much fun. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye for now.